Good morning, yarn lovers. Welcome to episode 21 of Yarning with Mimi. This is my podcast about knitting, crochet, and my love for yarn. I am coming to you from South Texas, where it is quite hot and muggy today. And my name is Sherry Ann, also known as Mimi, which is what my grandchildren call me. So that's why this is called Yarning with Mimi. I just really like that name that they gave me. Anyways, let me share with you a few places you can find me. You can find me on email at yarningwithmimi@gmail.com. I do have a Facebook group, Yarning with Mimi, so hop on over there and ask to join that group. I'd like to see that grow. I do now have an Etsy shop, which is really very small, but hopefully I can build that up by adding some more items, and that is MimisCornerbySA. Well, I'm really sorry about all the glare and the shadow effects that we're getting. It's a little distracting to me when I see it in the video, but my daughter has since rearranged the living room, and I now have a different corner of the living room for my knitting space, and the windows are in front of me, so when the sun glares through it, leaves shadows all over the wall. That right there, that doorway, that's my laundry room. But it's also where the cats eat and have their litter box. I need to leave that cracked open for them. And this picture right up here, let me show you that. That's a picture my daughter really likes. It's some giraffes. Mystic, South Africa. It looks backwards in my video. I don't know if it looks backwards to you or not. And then just right over here is my little corner. I have a table with some stuff on it. Little angel up on the wall. See the glare? See how it's the shadows on the wall there? That's from the little picket fence or whatever you call it out there on the patio. Or the porch, not patio. I don't have a patio. Anyways, I could call it a patio if I want to call it a patio, right? So, let me pause here for a second. There's something going on with my screen. I'm real sorry. I've got a bunch of pop-up boxes, and there's no X to X out of them, and the only option I have is it says next, and I don't want to go ahead and push next. So anyways, those are the few places you can reach out to me. I have had some viewers or friends email me through my yarningwithmimi@gmail.com, and so that's a nice way to communicate. So let's just jump right on into it. This is the part of the podcast where I give you an update on Mimi's Kind Knits. Mimi's Kind Knits is my very small nonprofit organization that I have formed here in the state of Texas. It is registered with the state of Texas. I do have a taxpayer ID number, although this is not a money-making venture. What I do is I knit and crochet, and I donate to various organizations. So my most recent projects for that is, if you've been following me, you know I do a lot of hats for the school district, and they've been mostly smaller hats for the elementary school age children. I've made some larger ones for the middle-aged school children, and now I've made some larger ones. So these will fit high school or even adults. It fits me. So this is a crochet pattern. It is one of crystals with Bag-O-Day crochet. So I was able to make 10 of these since the last time I podcast. So just a bunch of different colors, some boys and girls. And so these will go in the closet for the school district for next year, for when the weather gets cool. Karen, do you recognize this yarn? I've used this is the green and white marbled or marled or whatever you call it. The yarn that you sent me. Thank you so much. I was able to get quite a few hats out of out of them. Okay, so that's all I've done for Yarning with Mimi. Now we'll just jump right on into finished objects. I do have a few, not a whole, well, yeah, I guess a bunch, because it's been 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks? 3 weeks since I podcast last. Anyway, so I'm still working on dishcloths. And here I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dishcloths that I've made in the last couple of weeks. So various colors, the orange, and 2 different designs. Here's a nice one. I liked that pattern that one gave. And then some blues. And then here's a real pretty one. I came across this in my stash. It is Lily Sugar and Cream. This is the color. It's really soft and pretty pastel-y, but this is so cool. This is the Scents one. I don't remember buying a Scents one. I wonder if somebody sent it to me. But it's a 3-ounce one. I'll get 2 cloths out of it. And did it ever smell nice when I was working with it? Like when I noticed it was Scents, I smelled the ball of yarn, but I really couldn't smell anything. And I pulled from the middle, and as I was knitting with it, you could smell a really pretty scent. And you can smell it now. But let me tell you, after a while of knitting, like maybe, a half hour of smelling that, it gave me a bit of a headache. But it's not overpowering. It's just really subtle, and it's really nice. I wish you could smell it. It's really cool. Anyways, I just recently found a crochet pattern. I've been knitting all my washcloths. So I did come across a crochet pattern. And I'm really sorry, but I can't remember who wrote it. I will try to find that. I even went to my phone, because usually what I do is I save it to my desktop, or whatever you call it, homepage. And I couldn't find it. But this is a crochet dishcloth. All it is single crochet and double crochet. And I really like how it turned out. And it has the scalloped edge on the all the way around. The only thing is, it says after you crochet the cloth, it says to do 29 single crochet down the side. I could not fit 29 in there. And so my first one turned out kind of wonky, a little lopsided. And so my second one, I just evenly crocheted, and it worked out. So I didn't bother going with the count. I just evenly crocheted, and I made 2 of those. So I need to get a good inventory, which is the word I was looking for last week when I was trying to talk about my Etsy shop. I need to get a good inventory of washcloths, and then I'll jump back into the Pink Slipper project and send them out to the shelters. Okay, last week I showed you a diaper cover I made, and then one that I had started. So here is the one that I had started. It is now finished. This is the front. And this is the back. Didn't that turn out pretty? I made 2 of these. So I made one for my daughter. I'm going to be going to see her the July 4th weekend. Actually, I get off early on July 3rd, and she's in Dallas, 8 hours away. So when I get off early, I'm just coming home and changing, and we're going to hop in the car, and my other daughter and friend and me will be going to Dallas for the July 4th weekend. So that'll be really nice. But I made one for her, and I made one for my Etsy shop. So I need to get some nice pictures so I can start posting things in Etsy. I finished last podcast. I showed you a really pretty lavender and white corner-to-corner twin-size blanket I was making. And so I did finish that, and that has since been given to my friend that requested that. And let me show you this. Again, I don't know where I got the pattern. I have to look. But I came across it was a YouTube. Oh, and it is a YouTube, but no, it wasn't a YouTube. It was like a Facebook, something that was in my Facebook as I was scrolling down. It has no words, just the directions. So I'll try to get those directions and talk about it next podcast. But this is a pillow that I made. This is made with, this is a 16-inch pillow form, and it's just 2 panels, and then you single, I don't know if you can see, you single crochet the 2 panels together all the way around. You do your 3 single crochet. Actually, I have it turned backwards. You can see it better this way. Do your 3 single crochet in the corners. So that, and it's really nice and cushy. So my daughter has already claimed this, but I wouldn't let her have it until I could show it off. So I made that with a Yarn Bee Effortless Super Bulky Yarn, and that is the colorway Peacock. Now, you know, when Hobby Lobby was having all those sales and clearance sales, I wasn't able to get to Hobby Lobby during that time, but I did get there last week, and they had just a very small bin of some clearance yarns. And at the time I saw this yarn and I thought, I'm not quite sure what I can make with this, so I only picked up 3 balls of it, and there's probably like 4 or 5 left. And I thought certainly I can find something to make with it. The only reason why I picked it up is because it was $1.99. I don't know if you can see that. It's usually $7.99, and it was reduced to $1.99. So I picked up 3 balls. It is a 6-ounce ball, 111 yards. I only used 2 balls to make that pillow. And so I thought, you know what, that's it. I'm going to go back and wipe them out and get whatever else they have left. So I went back yesterday, and there was none left. So I was a little crushed. They were all gone. I sure wish I could meet people in Hobby Lobby that knit and crochet so I could have some friends to mingle with. But whenever I'm there, there's nobody in the yarn aisles. So I don't know who takes all the yarn that I want. But at least they got it and probably making some really good things with it. Okay, so I think that's it for finished objects. Let's jump into the whips, works in progress. I had a resident's wife ask for a blanket for her husband. She wanted a little bit of a longer one than the lap gowns that I make, because he pretty much lives in his geriatric chair. And so I'm making a corner to corner. It's not going to be quite as big as a twin size, but it'll be long enough to go from when he's laying in his geri chair from his feet to cover up. And so here it is. It's in navy. Not sure if you're seeing that, but so it's turning out really nice. As a matter of fact, I'm on the last stretch of that. So I need to finish that off and take that to her. I'll probably try to finish that off today so I can take it in this week, maybe tomorrow. The 2 sweaters that I showed you last week, I'm still working on. You know, the little pink one and the little purple one. The little pink one is almost finished. This is so pretty. This is the sleeve. All I'm doing now is sewing it together. But look at the nice little the edging. This is the front. See the oh, I don't know if you can tell, but see how it curls up? Isn't that nice? And then along the bottom, the little ruffle. So it's really turning out pretty. And so I should get those finished so I can take them also to baby Skylar next week when we go. Actually, it's 10 more days. I think it's only 10 more days. So yes, I have started the countdown. Okay, so, oh my goodness, and let me show you this. This is a work in progress. I have one finished and I have one left to go. This is a pattern. I don't know if you're familiar with Mariana's Lazy Daisy Day. She has a blog. I'm really sorry about that glare. I'm hoping it's not too distracting to everybody. Let me see if I can move over a little bit. But Mariana's Lazy Daisy Days, she has a blog. She makes all kinds of patterns, baby patterns, and they're free. But you can find her on Ravelry. Just go over and type in Mariana's Lazy Daisy Days, and all of her projects are listed on Ravelry. Well, this is called the Baby Hugs Booty. So look at this. Isn't that cute? Looks like little Uggs. And it's made in one piece. It's knit flat, and then you sew it together and turn the cuff down. It's just so stinking cute. I love it. Doesn't take hardly any time at all to make. Okay, and remember, a couple of weeks ago, Hirschner's had a really big sale. They don't call it the tent sale. I don't know what they called it. It was just a really big sale. And if you watch Ross, Smells Great Guy, he did some video clips of his trip there. Anyways, unfortunately, I'm nowhere near Wisconsin, so I couldn't go. But throughout the day, while I was at work, when it was slow, I would be scrolling through Facebook, and Hirschner's had a little blurb on my feed, and so they were having a mail order sale, and I don't think it was free shipping, but it was 15% off your order. And so I just scrolled really quickly through it, and they had a little shawl set that I've been wanting to get, but I just never have gotten it. And it is a $19 kit, shawl kit, comes with the yarn and the pattern, and it was on sale for $10 even. And I thought, well, I'm gonna take that 15% off, so I bought two. Anyways, what it is called is the Pixie Pop Shawl, and it's made with Premier Yarns. This is the picture of the shawl. Let's see if you can see that. So, here is the yarn. It is the Sweet Roll, Premier Sweet Roll, and these are the colors. And it's 245 yards, 5 ounces, Sweet Roll Premier yarn. It's 100% acrylic. And like I said, it came with 3 balls. So I started working on that. I got 2, not because I need 2 shawls, but because the price was so darn good. I thought, I can make one, and if I like it, then I have one. A little flashy. I might tend to go with more neutral colors, but I can make one for my Etsy shop. But then I came up with another idea. I have a few new subscribers. I haven't hit 400 yet, but I'd like to have a 500 subscriber giveaway. So I think that would be a really good little gift to put in the giveaway. So this is what it's looking like. It's all bunched up on the needles. But you make it with a size 6 millimeter circular needle. And you see right down the spine of the shawl, it's got the yarn overs. And I hope I'm not losing stitches. And right along the edge, you see the edge there? You knit 1 stitch and you do a yarn over on both edges, and it gives it that nice eyelet look. So that was an acquisition, and it's a new project, a new work in progress. And then another little thing I started working on. This is one of Crystal with Bagel Day Crochet. This is one of her little patterns. It is a dress. I'm thinking it's turning out a lot bigger than what I intended it to be, but it sure is pretty. And this is made with, oh my goodness, it's the Hobby Lobby brand that looks a lot like Caron Simply Soft. Oh, and I can't find my yarn label. I think I put it in my purse so I wouldn't forget what to get. So that's my works in progress. There's that glare again. You can tell it's really sunny outside, right? It's like it's reflecting off my car window and shining in through my window here. Okay, so some acquisitions. I don't have a whole lot of acquisitions, which is okay because I've been working on the ones that I already do have. But I have a friend who is a viewer, and she has communicated with me several times. I'm not sure if I should mention her name or not, but she was so awfully sweet and sent me a gift, a gift card, and the little caption was to help keep me in business. So I'm so very thankful for that, and I have that. It is for Hobby Lobby, of course. But I went this week to go to Hobby Lobby, and they didn't have the 30% off all yarn this week. So I'm going to wait and use that so I can get the best deals with the 30% off yarn. And, but I did pick up a few things. Let me show you what I picked up. It's not yarn, but I need to start taking nice pictures to post for Etsy and just to post in general, just so my pictures look nice. So I've gotten a few ideas from other Etsy shops that I've gone and viewed, but I picked up some flowers. These were 50% off, and I thought I could cut these and like lay them flat on the table and have my projects look a little prettier. I needed some needles, so I got myself my needles. And they had this project bag, alpaca my bag. So I got myself one of those because I always have so many things that I'm carrying around. And then, I never noticed these before, but Hobby Lobby had some note cards. And so I needed some note cards, and they were only $2.99 for a 12 pack. So here's this one. You see with the knitting needles and the yarn. So I got myself that pack, and this is so cute. Look at this. The llamas. So these will be nice thank you cards or note cards to send out when I communicate with friends. Anyway, so I think that's probably about it for this podcast. Not a whole lot going on. I'm just doing laundry right now, and I did a couple of weeks ago go to Lowe's, and I wanted to plant some plants. I mean, not a garden because I don't have anywhere to plant anything where I'm living, but I wanted some potted plants. So I thought, how fun, I'm going to start from seed, and I bought a bunch of those terracotta, the orangey pots with the little tray. And so today I got the soil out and started planting those seeds and watered them. So I hope I'm going to get some cute little flowers. I'm going to go back and get myself a pepper plant. I think out here on my little patio, porch area, I can have some big pots with some pepper plants in them and maybe some green beans. So I think I'm going to try that. Okay, what else can I share? Oh, Last week or last podcast, I gave exciting news about starting an Etsy shop. Haven't gone anywhere with that. I'm sure it's going to take a while if it even if it even works. But guess what else I did? I am really excited about this. Michael's has now what they call Michael's Community Classroom. And what you do is you make a proposal. What they're looking for is they're reaching out to people with talents, skills that want to teach the community their skills. And you formulate your class, your objectives, build a supply list, talk about what you're going to teach in the class. You give a little bit about yourself, and you submit a proposal. You have to upload a picture of yourself, upload pictures of your project so that people can see what they're going to be making. You set your own price. You get 70% of what you charge. Michael's gets 30%. You get paid with either a paycheck or direct deposit. You don't have to exchange monies with the students. They sign up online, they pay online, and then they go to the class. I submitted a proposal about a month ago. It got accepted. My first class was published for yesterday. I didn't have any subscribers or any participants sign up, but I can submit whatever dates I want that I'm available, and they'll reserve the classroom for me. So if you check I have to submit future dates because this class was canceled, so I don't think it's going to show up. But in the future, just kind of go to Michael's Community Classroom. This Michael's store that I teach at is in Brownsville, that I teach at. I haven't taught yet, but I hope to be teaching. And I mean, that's going to be some nice little income there. If you can get 6 students in a class and do that maybe twice a month, there's my yarn money. Have fun. All right, so that was my other exciting bit of news to share with you. My class is called Introduction to Knitting. And so I did do just a knitting one, but I'm also going to this week submit a proposal for Introduction to Crochet. And once that gets accepted, which I don't see why it wouldn't, I don't have to submit proposals anymore. I just submit dates that I'm available, and if the classroom is available, they'll book it. So that's really exciting to me. So anyways, well, I would like to thank all of my returning viewers, my friends. Thank you very much for coming back and spending time with me and watching what I have to say. I'm hoping it's interesting. And a really big thank you to the new viewers. I know I've gotten a few new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. Thank you for coming on board and watching us for a while. I try not to make it too long. Well, I don't really have a whole lot to say to make it too long, but I don't want it to be too short either. What I will do, though, in the next week, if I get those 2 little sweaters finished, because I'll be taking those with me in 10 days, I might just do a really short little video to show you what those 2 little sweaters look like. So that'll just be a few minutes long, maybe next weekend. All right, well, thank you all for joining me again. Have a really good rest of your Sunday. Please try to remember to hit the thumbs up button. Apparently, I don't know how YouTube works. I'm not that I don't know, can't even say the word. I don't know how YouTube works, but I do hear other viewers say the more thumbs up they get, the more likely their video is to get out and get recommended to people with similar likes. So anyways, please don't forget to be kind and spread the kindness. And bye for now, and have a good rest of the weekend. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye.